reading aloud for you from my novel, The Heartbalm Effect, Book 1 in the Medicine Women of Alaska, Chapter 9. The following morning, Rachel shadowed Dr. Livingston as he did rounds. She sat in on a well-child annual visit for a 5-year-old girl. Then in the next room, watched as Dr. Livingston removed the bandages from a geriatric patient with an open wound on his left shin. He examined the wound, debrided it, applied the antibiotic, and put a fresh dressing on it. Outside in the hallway, she looked at him as he picked up the patient file from the letterbox slot outside of the next exam room. "A lot of variety, isn't there?" she said. "Yes," he said. "You can count on variety in a general practice." He said it pleasantly enough, but she wondered if there was a hint of resentment in his voice. She considered saying something, but the words died in her throat as an ashen-faced Margie approached them, her gaze focused on Dr. Livingston. "What's wrong?" Dr. Livingston asked. "Doctor, it's Caitlin Borders. Her parents are here." Instantly, Dr. Livingston's pleasant demeanor disappeared and his face turned red with anger. "What's going on?" he asked. Margie clasped her hands together in front of her. "They're threatening to cancel her treatment." "They are?" he asked. "Where are they?" "They're in exam room 2 on the oncology ward. Tell them I'll be with them in a few minutes." "Very well." Margie nodded and scurried away. Dr. Livingston tucked the file of the next patient under his arm and entered the examination room. Rachel followed him inside and closed the door. Dr. Livingston maintained his outwardly pleasant and cordial demeanor as he spoke to the pediatric patient's mother concerning her son's dog bite wound on his arm, but she sensed a bristling tension in his voice. "Just keep an eye on it," he cautioned the mother. "Change the dressing every day and come back and see us in a couple of weeks, okay?" "Yes, of course," the mother said, her eyes shining. "Thank you so much, Dr. Livingston. And when you come back, the next time you'll be meeting with Dr. Lavange." He smiled at Rachel. "Oh, what, really?" the mother asked, turning her gaze reluctantly to Rachel. Rachel extended her right hand, and the mother politely shook hands with her, but Rachel knew the mother didn't like the idea of being handed off to a new doctor. "Dr. Lavange is doing her residency here, and she'll be taking over more of the caseload for me." Dr. Livingston smiled encouragingly at her. "I guess we'll see, won't we?" the mother questioned ominously. Dr. Livingston talked to the mother for a few more moments, but it was obvious the mother would rather eat shredded glass than allow a mere resident to administer to her precious child. Rachel had a hard time swallowing down her anger as Dr. Livingston assured and reassured the mother, then followed him out of the examining room. When she felt certain they'd walked out of earshot of the mother, she vented her frustration. "When are these overprotective, smothering mothers going to let me examine their children?" "Take it easy there, Girl Scout. It all comes with the territory of being a new doctor." "She's half in love with you, too," Rachel said accusingly. "She'll never accept me." "What are you getting so worked up for?" he asked, whirling around and facing her squarely. He shoved his hands into his lab coat pockets. "This is all part of being a young doctor. They'll come around to accept you." "I just hate being mistrusted from the get-go." "Get used to it." He ran his fingers through his black mane. "Now, I need you to calm down." We're about to see a set of parents who haven't trusted me from the very beginning of their child's treatment. Oh, you mean the child Margie mentioned? Yes, Caitlin Borders. She has acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and she's taken a turn for the worse. Oh dear. Let's go see her, shall we? He asked, turning back around and leading the way to the oncology ward. Rachel began to worry.